What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a blessed day today. But I'm hoping that I can borrow just a few moments of y'all's time because there's something that I would really like to discuss for a moment. Now, I rarely entertain these conversations regarding men and women and relationships and marriage and so forth because if you want my honest opinion, nowadays it's starting to look like a vicious cycle of these hamster wheel conversations that absolutely get nowhere. Um, and men and women are just trading traumatized blow for traumatized blow, and there's no solutions that are being created and no end game in sight. But what I do want to talk about is one particular word that that is that has been used against me, several times. And honestly, I just want to laugh out loud every time I hear it, and that's the word simp. Now, let me make myself abundantly clear when I say that I am not bothered by anybody calling me that word. Like, it doesn't faze me at all. I've been called a simp since 2008. And for those who are watching, yes, it has been going on for that long, for many years, in fact. The only difference between then and now is the fact that back then, a lot of people didn't have the platforms to publicly express themselves the way that they do now. But what has me confused is when men call other men like myself simps because we defend women or because we love and appreciate and support women because of the fact that we respect women or, anything of that nature. In fact, I was called a simp not too long ago because I was calling another man out because of the fact that he decided to post. It was these memes that are going out about now, and it's these memes talking about basically trying to clown single mothers for losing possibly losing SNAP benefits, and also not being able to get their EBT cards were charged, and there were men that found humor and entertainment in that. Me personally, I thought it was absolutely egregious. I thought it was absolutely disgusting. And yeah, like when it comes to things like that, you dadgum right, I'm going to speak out about it. And of course, when I spoke up about it, the first thing they want to call me was a simp. Now, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to go on a side quest for a moment because I really do feel like this is the part where I need to address the men for a moment. So check this out. For the men, for the grown adult men, if that's what you claim to be. Let me ask you a question. What is it? Seriously think about it. Seriously think about what I'm about to ask you. What is it about watching a single mother struggle in life? What is it about watching a single mother exhausted? What is it about watching a single mother go through hard times to feed herself, to feed her children, and to maintain a household, a steady and stable household that you find humorous and entertaining? What is it about that image that makes you believe that it is deemed worthy to create a humorous meme about it? Like, to be for real, you have to possess some sort of dark, twisted, evil type of heart to look at somebody who is struggling to make ends meet, struggling to put food on the table, struggling to keep a house over their head, and look at that and say, you know what, that's an aha moment for me. Like, for real. I honestly, I don't get the joke. I don't get the joke in that at all. But you know what I find so hilarious about this whole thing is that the men that are entertaining these memes and creating these memes about single mothers, these are the same men that don't do nothing but be lazy and sit around the house playing NBA 2K all day. These are the same dudes that are out here walking around with a credit score of 150. These are the same men who are absolutely lazy, lack motivation, lack the drive, and are absolutely stagnant in their lives. Don't and absolutely unproductive, don't want to become anything of themselves, but at the same breath have the unmitigated gall to try to clown a single mother who, despite everything, despite how exhausted she is, still has the will and the resiliency to try. You can't make this stuff up. But to my single mothers, you want to know what's so ironic about this? Check this out. They clown you for losing SNAP benefits or not being able to get your EBT card recharged, because some of you had to depend on the government is shut down. And they think this is funny, they think this is humorous. But let there be a situation where, let's just say, there's a mass layoff or mass firing where hundreds of men lose their jobs and they have no place to go. Imagine that. Imagine if this were to happen and a woman decided to create a meme clowning men for losing their jobs and calling them broke or brokey. Then they would say that that's crossing the line. How ironic is that? But to anybody that is a single mother that just so happens to be watching this, keep your head up. You're doing a fantastic job. And do not allow anybody to make you feel otherwise. And trust me when I say that God most definitely has your back. Now, back to the lecture at hand. Now, I have sat back and I've seen men get highly upset when other men call them simps, but me personally, it doesn't bother me. Number one, because the things that I say and do, I don't do them for male validation. Quite frankly, I don't do it for anybody's validation. The way that I move around people is not because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, they'll like this or oh, they'll like that. No, my steps are ordered by God. So whatever direction God tells me to move, best believe I'm going to move in that direction. Another reason why that word does not bother me is because I consider the source. 10 out of every 10 people that have ever called me that word are the most unqualified people I've ever seen. This may sound a little bit harsh, but this is also a testimony to my growth. But for a while now, honestly, for a very long while, I have said and I have declared that I am no longer going to entertain or feel any sort of way about the opinions of men who are emotionally, mentally, and spiritually beneath me. I mean, a wise person once said, "The lion does not turn his head to hear a dog barking." You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it. So in closing, I don't know how any other man feels about it, but the one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to change up on my respect or really just my stance on women just because other men feel a certain way about it. If me loving and caring for women and having respect for women and everything above all else, if that's what makes me a simp, then guess what? I might as well be a simp god. Look, I might as well be the final boss of simps because that's never going to change for me. Yeah, I don't care what any man has to say. I will always respect a woman. I will always care for a woman. I will always prioritize the happiness of a woman. I will always value a woman. I will always do my best to uplift a woman. Shoot, I will always be chivalrous to a woman. In fact, that's, if there's anything that I could say that is a preference of mine when it comes to women, like that's one of the things. Like I prefer a woman to, well, I wouldn't say demand, but expect chivalry from a man. In fact, that kind of reminds me. So like the last time I went on a date with a woman was way back in like early September. I went out with a friend, very gorgeous, very phenomenal woman. But yeah, we went to this nice looking restaurant in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and then We went to this arcade bar. We had a lot of fun. But one thing that stuck out to me was the entire time she did not touch a single door, and I loved that. Like that right there, I like that so much because honestly, for me, the reason why I liked it so much is because of the fact that I am an individual that takes pride and also joy. It's very joyful for me to be a gentleman to a woman. So again, that makes me a simp, and so be it. So to any man that is feeling the heat from other men, all because they're trying to do the right thing for women, and you're being called a simp. This is what I want to say to you. Please keep doing the right thing. Please keep doing the right thing for women, especially if you have one in your life. Do not listen to the outside noise. And I promise you, God is smiling upon you. And God is going to bless you. You and yours for not listening to the ignorance, for not submitting to the chaos, because that's all it is at the end of the day. Keep doing what's right. Keep doing right by the women, because let's just be honest, decent men are a rarity in their eyes. And it's about time that we start standing up, we start speaking out, and start showing them that we are out here, we exist, and they are not alone. That's my time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Take care. God bless. Be the very best at everything that you do for the glory of God. Take care.